Hi everybody, Alex Deploy here from Expert Forex, and in today's video I'm going to show you a very quick way how to make dramatic improvements to your Expert Forex trading. Now today I'm using the Make Money EA, which is a very effective EA, and I'm doing what a typical client would do when purchasing the EA. The first thing I would do as a client is I would load it into my strategy tester. So there's the Make Money EA. I would reload the recommended settings that the supplier of the EA supplies. So I've got the pound yen, I've got the 5-minute time frame, I've got a spread of 5, which is a reasonable spread. And then what I do is I add the recommended settings that the supplier gives me, I add to this value column. So I would either physically enter those values, or I'd use a set file that has been provided by the supplier. So I would do that, and then what I would do is I'd say, all right, let's test. If I used the supplier's settings or set file, what kind of results would I have got? Now I'm going to test this over the last just over 6 months, from the 1st of June to the 8th of November, which was yesterday. So I'm going to test over that 6 months on a 5-minute time frame and run it. Those are the settings recommended. So what I'm going to do is when I do high-level testing, I use open prices. So I'm going to go to open prices. Not bad to use open prices if you're using very short time frames. So I'm going to just start that and let it run and see what results I would have got if I used the provided settings. So here are the results. So if I had used the provided settings, I would have encountered a loss of $2,300 over those 6 months. Not really acceptable. So what do I do? Now here's where the quick fix comes in. In most of these EAs that use small time frames, they have a time of day setting. From this hour, only trade from this hour to that hour. Now that is normally the setting that is the most sensitive to this particular EA. So what I will go and do is I open my settings here. So I'd go down and I'd go and find the actual setting for the time of day, and here I've just found it. It says start at 7 o'clock and end at 1700. Now obviously that is what's giving the negative result. So how do we improve that? So what I do is I say, all right, I'm going to improve that by testing the other hours. So I'm going to test from 0 hours to 23 hours as our starting hour, and I'm going to test every single hour jump from there. So I'll start at 0 and I jump 1 to 23, and then the ending is I'm going to say let's end at 1 with a jump of 1 to 24. So I'm testing the whole span of 24 hours, and clearly there will be some tests that don't work because in the test it will test the wrong way around and all kinds of things. But that test will give me an idea if I can improve these settings. So let's do this, and in order to run that test, I just click there and click that, and away we go. So then I say okay, and now the trick here is to click optimize, because what we want to do is optimize just the time of day setting. So we click on start, and it will test about 500 options. So there we go. We've got 576 options. It's going to take roughly 8 minutes to run this test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually stop the video, and once this test has been completed, we'll have a look at the results. Okay, the testing has almost completed. It just has a few more seconds to run, and then we will see the results of this particular run. Okay, we've found quite a number of really good settings for this particular EA now. the results range from 14,000 right down to 10,000, quite a few that we can select there with nice low drawdowns. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the top one, select it, put it as set input parameters. Now what that does is it loads it into my settings on the Forex tester. So when I go there, I can, what's loaded in there are the settings of this particular run. Now you can see that used to be 7:17. It is now telling us no, focus on the hours 10 to 13 if you really want good results. So those are the new results that have come up. What I can do is click on save and then save those results as a set file so that I have them. I can use that set file when I'm trading live. Now there are two more steps before we can stop. First, I must run those results to make sure that they are coming through. So I run them and we look, and there we are. We've still got our 14,000 in there. So what we then do is, the next step and the final step is to say, right, open prices is not the most accurate way of testing. We need to test on every tick. And I only do this conversion at the end of my test. Otherwise, your test will take extremely long if you test everything on an every tick basis. So you use open prices to do fast testing, and then you refine them only at the end using on a tick basis. Now this takes a long time just to run one run, so I'm going to run the same settings using tick data, and I'm going to have to pause the video again because this could take up to 5 minutes to run. Right, the test is just completed, and let's have a look at the results. So the results have gone down to 13,000, which is quite common when you use the most accurate way of testing. You can see we've got 99% accuracy. We've got a relatively low drawdown compared to the income that we've earned, and the expected payoff is nice and high. So all good. I can now start trading this make money EA with a lot more confidence. I've now refined it and attuned it to my broker. Now this little tip, as I said, has moved from minus $2,000 to 13,000. Well within. You can virtually do this on any EA that requires time of day refinement or time of day settings. Now owners of the Make Money EA can download these particular settings that I've just created, which are 100% up to date, from our forum. I'll leave the forum link in the description of the video. Very few people look at the description of the video. It has fantastic information in it. I'm going to leave the link to the set file. You can upload the set file from our forum based on the results that I've just achieved. Now I hope I've given you some ideas on how you can very quickly create big improvements in your expert Forex trading. We'll cover a couple of other videos where we look at some of the other key settings that you need to do similar activities on, and we could even improve these results that we've just reached. So from me, Alex Deploy, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've learned something new today. For highly experienced expert advisor optimizers, this is just a very basic step, but you will be amazed how very few people can do this basic step. From me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.